Hello and welcome to all my viewers to this new video on Aptitude. This is Chethan Kumar from Workneev. I have received a lot of appreciation on our recent release Blood Relationship, and that excited me to do a new video on another reasoning aptitude module, and that module is Direction Sense. Before we start the conversation about the direction sense, let me tell you something important. In fact, I have two things to share with you. And the first important thing, you might be quite familiar with it. If you are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon right away. Like I always say, this will give us a new subscriber and will give you updates on all our future work. And the second important thing that I have for all of you is, in fact, I have a small announcement to make. You have been watching our videos and supporting us so far in a phenomenal way, and to keep you encouraged, we have come up with a system called reward system. And as per this system, what we have planned is, if this video, that is the current video, reaches a milestone of 1000 views, a reward will be unlocked for all of you. And I will ask you a question towards the end of this video. You need to post the right answer in the comment. One lucky winner who is picked at random among all the people who gave the right answer will get a reward from our side. And please note that there will be only one winner for the first 1000 views on this particular video. And as the views grow, the number of rewards offered from our end will also grow in the similar way. And we will keep you updated on the lucky dip date or the winner's announcement date. For that, you need to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon. Or one more way you can get these details is by joining our official Instagram handle or Facebook or probably the LinkedIn page. And this reward system will be on or it will be active hereafter on each and every aptitude video that we post on this particular channel. So your duty is simple right now. You need to watch this video fully and answer the question that I'm going to ask you towards the end, and also to share this video with your friends, family, schoolmates or college mates so that this video gets the maximum views and you will enable the reward for all of you. Coming back to the point, to master the concept of direction sense, you need to be aware of multiple things. And I will list all those things one after the other. The first one is a cardinal direction, then is the intermediate direction. Then the third one is the angle between the directions, whatever I have mentioned so far. The fourth one is the clockwise and anti-clockwise motion. And the fifth one, nevertheless, it is the theorem. The theorem is the Pythagoras theorem. And I will discuss all of this as we proceed towards the explanation of each problem. Alright, the question number 1 for all of you is available on the screen right now. As I say in all my other videos, pause the video for some time and then try to get the solution on your own, and then you can resume the video for explanatory solution. Before I tell you the explanation, let me tell you what is the right answer to this question. Which is the direction he is currently in? Answer is southeast. Congratulations to all the people who have got the answer as southeast, and let us see how to solve this problem. And if you have observed one thing, it is clearly mentioned anti-clockwise direction and clockwise direction. In such kind of a problem, it is always better to take the representation like this. And what is this representation? I think quite familiar. Yes, we are going to take the cardinal directions right now. What are the cardinal directions? North, south, east and west. These are the 4 cardinal directions. And now if I ask you a simple question, what is the angle between north and east? What is the answer? Definitely 90 degrees, because these are right angle to each other, right? So that is the first thing you need to notice. And if I ask you, what is the angle between any 2 consecutive cardinal directions? Answer will always be 90 degrees. And they can also ask you the questions based on the same. West and east, what is the direction between them? Or what is the angle between them, in fact? It is 180 degree, right? Similarly, north and south, what is the angle between them? 180 degree. So I hope it's clear. Now, if you divide them into another 4 parts, then they are called intermediate directions, like this. And which are the intermediate directions? There are 4: northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. And if I ask you a question right now, what is the angle between north and northeast? it is such a simple question because the angle between north and east was 90 degree. Now it is exactly half, right? That's why answer will be 45 degree. So north and northeast is also 45 degree, and northeast and east is also 45 degree. And if I ask you a question like this, what is the angle between any two consecutive intermediate directions, then also the answer is 90 degree. But in general, if they ask you what is the angle between any two consecutive directions considering all the 8 directions together, answer will be 45 degree. Now based on this, I can ask you multiple questions. What is the angle between northwest and southwest? You can see 90 degrees is the angle. What is the angle between north and southeast? Answer is 135 degree. So something like this. This is the first understanding you need to have. Now we'll come to the point. Initially, Shenzhen is standing in the east. So now I'll take a pointer so that it is easy for you to understand. Okay. Right now the person is standing in the east direction, and then he goes 45 degree in the anti-clockwise direction, which means the direction which is opposite to the motion of the clock. So now clock actually goes in this direction, right? Clockwise direction. Now they said it is 45 degree anti-clockwise. That means he is currently standing in the northeast direction after the first movement is done. And then they said another 180 degree he goes in the same direction. That means 180 degree anti-clockwise, which means northeast and southwest are 180 degrees to each other, right? So he will be in southwest after 180 degree movement is done. And then they said 270 degree in the clockwise direction. So that means you have to go in the same direction as that of the clock. Now going 270 degrees little tedious, right? That's why understand like this. Total angle enclosed by a circle is 360 degree, and it is very similar going 270 degree in the clockwise or going 90 degree in the anti-clockwise direction. So now he is standing at southwest, and what is the 90 degree in the anti-clockwise direction? It is definitely southeast. So where is Shenzhen standing right now? Definitely in the southeast direction. So I hope the question number 1 is clear for all of you, and with the same excitement we'll move on to the next problem in the video. So the second question to all of you is available over here. Pause the video and try to get the answer on your own. Alright, we will see what is the right answer to this question, okay, with the explanatory solution aspect. First of all, I'll read the entire question, sentence by sentence. A child is looking for his father and he went 90 meter in the east. That means if he's starting from A, he went 90 meter in the direction of east. So the point wherever he's reaching after this 90 meter is done is B. I have taken like that. And then he takes a right turn. It is given, right? He went 90 meter in the east before turning to his right. So that means before he turned to his right, he went 90 meter in the east direction. Done. Then after taking right, he went 30 meters. So which is the right side right now? Is it the upper part or the lower part? Definitely, if he is moving in the east direction, his right side will definitely be the bottom part, right? So that's why 30 meter will be done towards the south. So 30 meter is done. And then again he takes a right turn and walks for 40 meter. It's given, right? He went 30 meter before turning to his right again to look for his father at his uncle's place. 40 meter from this point. That means from this point again he is taking right. Now if he is traveling downside, that is traveling south, which will be his right side? Definitely right side will be the west direction, right? So the next condition is this. He travels in this direction and he reaches a point D, and this is 40 meter from C, and this is what his uncle's place. And then his father was not there. Now from there he went 150 meter to the north before meeting his father on a street. That means right now he is standing at D. From this point he goes 150 meter to the north. And now if he goes on the north, and if you see from D to C it is 40 meter, right? And if he goes directly up, then wherever this line meets this AB, that particular point will divide this 90 meter into two halves. Like first half is 50 meter and the second half is 40 meter. And I will show you like this. The line will go like this, and the point wherever he reaches will be E, and this is where he is going to meet his father. And now this line DE divides AB at a point F, and what is the distance it is breaking right now? 50 and 40, because the initial distance was 90. So now from this I can understand that the distance between D and F will also be 30, because it is a property of a rectangle, right? The opposite side should have the same length. Done. Now if the total distance is 150, out of the 30 is done here, and what is the remaining distance? 120, and that is this. Now the question that they are asking is, how far did the son meet his father from his starting point? That means from A to E. That is the shortest distance you can find out, right? What is the distance? This is what they are asking. How will you find out the answer? Yes, you can see the triangle AFE. It is a right angle triangle, and if a right angle triangle is given and if two sides are already known, you can find out the third side easily with the help of a theorem. What is that theorem called? That theorem is Pythagoras theorem. And according to Pythagoras theorem, in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse will always be equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two terms. And if you consider the triangle as right now, in this case, you can see AFE is the right angle triangle, right? And how will I apply Pythagoras theorem? The hypotenuse is AE right now, and the remaining two sides will be AF and EF. Now AE square will always be equal to AF square plus EF square as per Pythagoras theorem in a right angle triangle. Now if I substitute, I'll get AF, the distance is 50, and EF, the distance is 120, and I have to take this sum of the squares of the distance. Then I'll get 2500 and 14400. But you don't have to take it like this. You can directly take 5 square and 12 square. You will get 169, right? But right now you have two additional zeros. Forget about it. What is the square root of 169? It is 13, and then add 1 0. You will get 130 meter is the distance between his initial point and the final point. So what is the answer to this question? 130 meter. So I hope question number 2 is clear for everybody, and I will move on to question number 3. Question is here, answer choices are also available. Alright, we will move on to the solution part right now. I will go on reading the sentences one after the other. Point A is 30 meter to the east of point B. So let me just initially take the point. Point A is 30 meter to the east of point B. Now if this is the point B, which is the east direction, I told you initially it is the right side. Okay, so A will be 30 meter away from B. And then it's given point C is 10 meter to the south of point A. So that means I will extend this line, and C is 10 meter from point A. And then point D, another point D is 15 meter to the west of point C. Now which is the west direction? It is the left side, right? That's why 15 meter towards the west of C will be the point D. And then it's given point E is exactly in the middle of the points D and F. Right now you know the point D, but you don't know where the point F is, so you cannot write it down in the representation. That's why continue reading the question. But you understood that E is in the exact middle of point D and F. Unless I find out the F, I will not be able to locate E. That you need to understand. And then they said points D, E, F lie in a straight line. So that means point D, E and F are in a straight line. That is also done. But I cannot locate even now. The length of DEF is 20 meter. See, that is also given. And then the last point you see here, point F is to the north of point D. So that means definitely the point F is to the north of point D. And then I know from the initial part of the question, you see point E is exactly in the middle of the point D and F, right? In that case, this point will be F and E will be over here, and that will bisect the line B and A equidistant, because initial distance was 30 meter, right? Now it actually divides them into equal halves. Done. Then what is the next part? Point G is 15 meter to the east of point F. Now the point F is here, and which is the east direction? Definitely this is the east direction. Okay, and you see here the 10 meter and 10 meter, because the length of the line DEF is given, and this will be 10 as per the rule of a rectangle. Opposite sides have to be of the equal length. This is 10 and the other one should also be 10, and it's given 15 meter is the distance between the point F and G. And now the question is, how far and in which direction is point G from point A? How far it is from point A? Definitely, as per the rule of a rectangle, it should be equal to the length of the opposite side, right? So it has to be 10 meter. So only one option which is having 10 meter here is option C. So you don't have to worry about remaining answer choices. So answer is option C. Alright, I hope the question number 3 is clear for everybody, and we'll move on to question number 4. Question is here and answer choices are also available. Great, we will move on to the explanation part right now. So you have 9 hertz J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q and R, and then L is 2 km to the east of K. So L is 2 km to the east of K. I will locate the points right now. L is 2 km to the east of K. So I got this information initially. Then J is 1 km to the north of K. K is here right now, and 1 km to the north means definitely it will be like this. 1 km to the north of K. And then Q is 2 km to the south of J. So J is here. 2 km south means it will look like this. 1 km is already here and 1 more kilometer from here. So 2 km to the south of J. That is done. Then now P is 1 km west of Q. Where is Q? Q is here, and which is the west side of Q? Definitely it is the left side of Q, right? So it will be looking like this. Again, distance is 1 km and that point is P. And then M is 3 km east of P. Which is the 3 km east? Definitely the right side of P is the east, right? So how will I write 3 km? 1 km is already there, and from Q again 2 more kilometer has to be moved further. So that point is M. And you can actually stop here itself, because the rest of the portion is not needed, since the last part of the question is the distance between K and P. But it is our duty to construct the question fully. We will do that as well. This is done. O is 2 km to the north of P. Okay, O is 2 km to the north of P. So definitely O will be over here. And then R is situated in the middle of K and L. See, K and L, the distance is 2, right? And exactly middle means it is 1. So R is over here. It will divide both K and L in the equal halves. And N is just in the middle of Q and M. Where is Q and where is M? Q is over here and M is over here. So definitely the middle of them will be N. So N will be over here. So I have written everything, and now the question is the distance between K and P. This is what you need to find out. Now you can see the triangle, right? Which is the triangle? Triangle is KPQ. It's a right angle triangle, and you can apply Pythagoras theorem to find out the length of KP. So according to Pythagoras theorem, it says that square of the hypotenuse will always be equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides, right? So I get to know PQ, the length is 1, QK is also 1. So 1 square plus 1 square will give me a 2 as the answer. And KP has to be the square root of 2, right? What is the square root of 2? It is definitely 1.41 kilometer. So in the answer choice, which is the right answer, definitely it is 1.41 kilometer is the answer. I hope the question number 4 is clear for everybody, and we'll move on to the last problem of today's video, that is question number 5. Alright, so I hope everyone has got the answer, and this is one of the trickiest problem in this video. Let us see how to solve this problem. We will go step by step again, like we have solved all the previous problems. Dinesh is drunk and walks in the zigzag fashion, and he walks route 18 meter in the northwest direction. See, northwest is the exactly the middle of both north and west direction, right? So definitely northwest direction will be this one. And what is the distance he covered? Route 18 meter. And then he covers the same distance, that is route 18 meter, in the northeast direction also. Which is the northeast direction? Definitely the middle of both north and east. Now this length is also route 18 meter, and he covers the same distance in the northwest direction. That means again from this particular point he goes in the northwest direction, and that makes it a zigzag fashion, right? And he will not stop after 3 motion. He will repeat it for 97 more cycles in the similar way. And it is given that consider his motion in one direction as one cycle. That means if he initially goes from this point to here in the northwest direction, right, that is one cycle, and his motion in the northeast direction, that is the second cycle, and again his motion in the northwest direction is third cycle, and he will complete how many such cycles? 97 more cycles. So overall he has done 100 cycles. You need to understand this. Now how to solve this? We will move to the explanation part. This is the initial part of the solution. We will consider the triangle ABC because I have joined both A and C. Now if you see the angle between northwest and northeast, what is the angle? Undoubtedly the angle between northwest and northeast is the 90 degrees. So that makes triangle ABC a right angle triangle. Now how will I find out the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle if two sides are known? As per the Pythagoras theorem, in the triangle ABC, the length of AC can be calculated with this particular theorem. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. And I know root 18 square plus root 18 square. So root 18 square will give me the square as 18, and the other one will also give me 18. Total is 36, and that is AC square. What is the value of AC then? Square root of 36, which is 6 meter, which means the length of AC is 6 meter, and this gives me a conclusion. After 2 cycles, that is from A to B he goes in northwest direction, and B to C he goes in northeast direction. These are the 2 cycles, right? And after 2 cycles, what is the distance between his initial point and final point? It is 6 meter. So for 2 cycles, 6 meter is the distance between initial point and final point. And how many such cycles he will repeat? So total he goes for 100 cycles, right? So now you need to find out 100 cycles, what is the distance? It is simple cross multiplication because they are directly proportional. 6 into 100, which is 600, divided by 2 will give me 300 as the answer. So as per our question, answer to this particular problem is 300 meter. So I hope it is clear to everybody, and that brings us to the reward question, and I'm gonna give you the question right now, and immediately post your answer in the comment, and then don't forget to share this video with minimum 5 people, or maximum can be is of your choice. Help us to reach 1,000 views so that we can enable a reward for all of you. You can be that lucky winner as well. The question is over here. Try to solve this problem and try to give me the answer in the comment. Alright, that brings us to the final part of this video. Thank you so much each and everyone for your patience, and thank you so much for watching this video, and all the very best for all your upcoming aptitude tests. Now before you move out of this video, let me tell you something. If you are new to this particular channel, all the previous videos of this channel on various aptitude modules have been organized for your convenience as a playlist. And if you have already subscribed to our channel but you haven't watched them yet, make some time and give all of them a watch after you finish watching this video. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon over there, and also to post your queries or inputs or any sort of suggestions in the comment. And if you have not followed us on our official social media handles, then this is the right time for all of you to do that. We have our Instagram account and Facebook and LinkedIn as well with the same name, Workneev. You can also consider following us over there. And with that said, I will take your leave until I come up with a fresh new concept in the next video. And this is Chethan Kumar wishing you an extraordinary day ahead.